throwing a punch in wrestling, you know, I'm going to throw a punch at Harley Race, you know, and I was scared shitless, you know. So he says, okay, kid, throw the punch. So I threw the punch, and we had a phrase, potato. I was afraid to potato him, and he says, lay it in, you pussy. So you know, then I started able to throw a punch without being afraid, and I think that's you know, I was telling Justin here, that's how I learned how to throw a punch. I never wrestled against Abdullah. You know, I just got started, and I used to watch him wrestle in Atlanta against Tommy Rich, and you know, he was too wild for me. You know, he scared the shit out of me, and I was in the business already. But one thing about Abdullah, I went to Japan for the first time, and I was just telling Dennis, Abdullah was over in Japan like $1 million. I mean, those Japanese they probably gave him a bag, they carried his bags, and you know, they did everything for him. And he had sponsors, and that was my first time there. And Abdullah would invite me to come along. You know, he didn't even know me, but he knew that I was a young kid, and I would go out to eat with Abdullah in Japan, you know, with his sponsors, get the best Korean barbecue there. But you know, as you guys know, you know, everybody back then was a great wrestler. You know, everybody was a great performer. The fans would see a great match from the first match to the last match. You know, those were the good old days. And whenever I talk to the fans, this is why I enjoy doing this, because the fans always tell you, you know, thank you for the memories. You know, you guys were great performers, and you know, I agree. Everybody could have been a main event in the card, you know, but only the lucky ones were. You know, not everybody got to be in the main event. Abdullah was always in the main event. Richard Brody was always in the main event. You know, Dory and Terry was always in the main event. I was in the main event towards the end of my career quite a bit, but I had a great experience in the business. You know, it was great.